Alright guys, welcome to Crispy Licks. That's the lick we got for today. It's a Van Halen lick, ripped off one of his tracks there. Don't want to say too much for the copyright people, but yeah, this is a great one, and it uses the A major and minor pentatonic. So I'll hopefully be able to show you how that works, and you'll get something out of this one. So you can start it, on an A. I don't have the tab as have the A in there. I have just where the lick starts, as you see down here. But so we're going to start it, on a bend on the G on the 7th fret. So you got the whole step, and then you're going to hit the double stops on the 5th fret. And you could really do that as many times as you want. You could go, it's up to you. I just put it twice here because trying to fit the tab in. But yeah, so you start with that bend on the 7th fret, having a little delay on too. A little bit of delay goes a long way with this stuff. So yeah, so you bend up that 7th fret, and then we're gonna go. So then that's all on the G. 7, bend, release to 5, and then bend on 7 again. And then when you bend up that 7th fret again, now when you're going to go back to this 5th fret on B, right? And then we're going to start our tap. Right? And that tapping is just, if you see, it's an A minor pentatonic here, 5-8 on B, right? So we're bending up that G. Then we go to the 5th fret. We're going to hammer on 10, and then pull off to 8, and then 5. And you see, and it should just rip off like that. And you always want to push in and off, in and down. Like you want to kind of flick it. But you want to hit it, make sure that you make the note first, and then flick it. All right? So it'll be like... Right? So it's a little tricky, this part, but if you're used to tapping, it shouldn't take too much practice at it. But so, all right, so from the top we got the... And then what I'm doing here is we're going down. I usually tap 3 times for the first one, and then 2 for the rest. So you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you bend that 4th fret. That one I don't even usually pick. I usually hammer it on. And then I tap the 9. So that's the 9th fret on G. And then end it on an A, which is the 2nd fret on G. Right? So just pretty much, just exactly how the tab is here, is pretty much how I'm playing it, right? So you got these bends. Right? And then that's it for the low part, right? So it goes right down, and then now you'd have the part where he's going to fly up on the neck, right? And now this, he's going to go all the way up to the 18th fret, which is where he puts a major pentatonic note in there instead of it being, he's thinking of it like, more majory. But he goes right back to using the minor pentatonic. He just comes in on that major 3rd instead of coming in on like the 19th fret and going, he's coming in here on the 18 and then going to 17 on high E. And that gives it more of that bluesy kind of feel, right? So after he does a... And see, this all right here is all minor pentatonic. It's just that first major 3rd that isn't in the scale. So that's what I mean by mixing them back and forth. You don't have to always just switch, using the whole scale and then the other scale. You can pick notes, from each one. It doesn't have to be a whole thing when you're mixing them together. But Yeah, so we get up here. Now you can actually do it a little longer if you want. You know, and you can go down and just play an A minor pentatonic land a little. But then he's going to go, you're going to see, to the A major now shape, right? So, like if we had our minor pentatonic here, now he's going to back this up 3 frets. So it'd be like an F sharp minor, except the A's root is the A note is what you're looking for as a root instead of F sharp. So yeah, so you'd think your F sharp minor scale here, and you go from the D string, right? That'd be 16, 14, and then 17 on the B. You know, and that you could bend up a bunch of times, and then end it 17, 14, 17, 14. And you can do it kind of how I've tabbed here, or, you know, mess around your own way, like, you know, or, you know, whatever you want to do there, you know, mess around with it, have fun. So we got that part. So we got and then we're vibrato on that 14th fret there on G, right? And then we're going to come in on the 9th fret on G. And you could do this a bunch of ways. You could just, you know, just ram it like that, you know, and hit it a bunch of times, or just and try to get different harmonics out of it, you know, as you're bending it. And then maybe tap the octave of it up here. And then you just end on A, you know. End it on an A power chord and you're good to go. But yeah, that's basically the whole thing from front to back. So from the beginning, you got the... So I hope you guys like this one. I'm going to start pumping out some more stuff again. And then I got some other tracks I'm going to show you guys how I just kind of play and use these licks that I have all here on the channel. So thanks a lot. Like and subscribe, and send me any messages, or, you know, put some in the comments if you don't understand something or you want some clarity on something. You know, I usually always get back to anyone I can. So yeah, thanks a lot. Rock on, guys, and rest in peace, Ozzy.